Has she told you she feels safe with you? That she feels totally at ease being herself with you? That she's never done any of these naughty things with anyone else? How you tell if she's using you or if she's actually sincere? Well, we're going to explore the 7 sweet lies she might say if she's using you, including the 4-letter word that makes you putty in her hands. And no, it's not love. Did you know that the male brain reacts more to positive stimuli than a female brain? Did you know that the female brain reacts more to negative stimuli than the male brain? Essentially, this means that men are more affected by positive experiences, like these 7 sweet lies, and women are more affected by negative experiences, the reason she tells these 7 sweet lies. So, if you fallen prey to any of these 7 sweet lies, you're biologically wired to. It's not your fault. Whether you've just met, or you're dating, or you're in a relationship, these all apply. 1. I love our conversations. Now that seems innocent enough, but if your conversations are only via text, or if you're older, only via phone call, then you might be just a placeholder for Chad, and she's just using you for attention in the meantime. If she never wants to get together, but she's willing to text with you or talk with you on her schedule, that could be a sign she's just using you. And of course, you mistake her engagement for interest, because what woman would be engaging if she's not interested? Remember, you're more biologically wired to respond to positive stimulus, especially if number 2 is involved. You're so insert positive compliment here. You're so strong. You're so attractive. You're so sexy. You're so successful. You're so handsome. You're so generous. Okay, what man doesn't want to hear these things, right? So of course, bring activation, positive stimuli. But when a woman is only using you, she will pump up your ego just to get something. So you want to watch for an ask that comes shortly after the compliment. It might be right away, it might be a few days later, or a few hours later. And I'm going to share with you how to spot the difference between genuine and using. So stick with me. It might be a purse she really wants but can't afford. It might be help with her bills that she should be able to pay on her own. It might be a fence that needs fixing. If there's always an ask attached to her compliment, then the fib is that the compliment is more a purpose of manipulation and using you than it is of truth for her. Because if she truly cares for you, she'll want to pump up your ego because it makes you happy. Because maybe you've done something nice for her without her asking you, not because she has a hidden agenda. And pay special attention if she is focusing on things she knows are your hot buttons. For example, number 3, hot button of just about every man. You're an amazing lover. Now, what man doesn't want to feel like the king of the bedroom? Exactly. If she says you're the best lover she's ever had and the only man who's made her pray to God 3 times in a row, if you know what I mean, she could be using you. Again, pay attention for the ask. And the ask might not just be for something or some act of service. It might be asking for forgiveness for something she's done wrong that you know about or don't know about or is coming up. Hidden agenda. Selfish. Number 4. I love you. Okay. So there's a couple times a woman might use the I love you when it's not true, and it's actually not because she's using you. It might be, as I mentioned in another video, if you say it first and she feels awkward if she doesn't say it back, so she says it back hoping that she's going to really feel that way down the road, or believing that she's going to feel that way down the road. She just hasn't caught up yet. So that's not using you. But if she says I love you because she's going to go in for something, because of a selfish agenda, then yeah, she might be using you. Now stick with me because I'm going to let you know how to find out if she really does love you. Now, even more sneaky than I love you is this little 4-letter doozy. You're my hero. Now, not very many women use that word anymore, but it is highly effective because who doesn't want to be a woman's hero? as a man. Marvel banks on it. But if she's using these words to use you, watch for an ask, whether it's within a few hours or a few days. Now, because you stuck with me this long, I'm going to give you a bonus phrase that's not that sweet, and then I'll tell you how to know if she's being sincere. Bonus phrase. You don't care about me, or you don't love me. Meanwhile, you do care about her, and or you do love her, or it's way too soon in the relationship to be able to make those kind of declarations. But when she doesn't get her way, she throws out the old, you don't care about me, you don't love me. Ladies, knock it off. Now, if you do care about her and or love her, and you've proven that through your actions in the relationship, then she might be using this phrase to use you. This fib comes out when you say no to her, when you set boundaries, or when you call her out on bad behavior. For example, let's say you're always picking up the tab at restaurants and she never gives back in any meaningful way. And no, is not a meaningful exchange because, ladies, do you not like sex? If you don't, maybe it's number 3 and you're just lying to him to get your way. But let's say you do call her out on not chipping in or wanting you to buy her that expensive designer handbag. And she goes on this long diatribe of how she's working so hard and she's struggling financially and you just don't understand. You don't care about me. You don't love me. Okay, that's a red flag. Because lady, if you're working at Wendy's and you can't afford a designer handbag, don't be asking your man to pick up the tab on a designer handbag and chip in at Olive Garden once in a while. Would it kill you? And fellas, even if this is her financial situation, it is not your responsibility to pay, literally, for the choices she's made in the past. If she expects that, red flag. Now, if you tend to fall for losers or users, then you really need to get my Wake Up to Love program. Now, I won't go into a whole long thing, but if you're curious about that, I'll put a link where others who have taken the program have left a bunch of reviews. And as promised, if you want to know if she really does love you, then you're going to want to watch my video on how to know if she really loves you. And if you're experiencing many of these sweet little phrases and want to know if she's sincere, then there's more likely chance she's sincere if she's a keeper. Watch, she's a keeper if. Thanks for being here. God bless.